So we got some pretty interesting news for you guys, including the official release for the ray tracing technology for Minecraft. Lord of the Rings Online will finally get some much needed visual updates, and a new space-time fantasy MMORPG in development called Chrono Odyssey. Hello everyone, my name is Solomon SK for Coffee and RPGs, where we cover the latest news trends and updates for the MMO and RPG gaming genre. We have a lot of articles to go over, so if you guys got your cup ready with your beverage of choice, let's go over these news together. Cheers to you guys.
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you.
And before we begin, I just wanted to let you know, yes, there are a bunch of Christmas events going on right now in some of our favorite MMO and online RPGs out there. I won't be covering any of them in today's episode. Rather, I wanted to make a dedicated video solely just on the Christmas and New Year's events alone. So I'll have that ready probably by the end of this week. So yeah, I got you guys covered. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with a few articles from MassivelyOP.com. And the first one here says that Bless Unleashed opens up pre-registration for its next PC closed beta and notes on upcoming improvements. And if you are curious, the pre-registration for the second CBT is now available between now and January 10th of 2021. But I know this title really gives a lot of people a large amount of salt, so let's go ahead and move on. And in their next article, it says that indie MMO Gloria Victis has just rolled its way into beta. And the most peculiar or interesting fact about this game, as it goes on to say here, is that the MMO has been in early access alpha since 2016, so a very long time, but hopefully this is in the right direction for a full title release. And if you don't know anything about this particular game, they are describing themselves as a low fantasy medieval MMORPG. So what that means is that they're kind of keeping the magical aspect of fantasy games on the low side of things, so it kind of gives you of a more realistic medieval experience in this particular game. So if that's sort of your thing, links to this article will be down in the pinned comment section below if you're interested. Again, this is something that I covered last week, but in their next article it says that Star Wars: The Old Republic previews the login, rewards, and emote window of Update 6.2. And this update will actually launch tomorrow on December 9th as of recording of this video. So by the time this finish uploading, it will already be out, and I hope you guys enjoy the new story content. I'm definitely excited about it, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted as to what my thoughts are. And in their next article, it says that Phantasy Star Online 2 is launching episode 6 on December 9th as well. And it goes on to read that fortunately, even if you haven't been taking part in the various catch-up campaigns, you'll still get access to a shot of power via the addition of 2 new Scion classes, the Phantom and the Etoli or Etoli or something. I do apologize for not being able to pronounce that. There will also be new summoner pets, new collection of items, new quests, and basically everything you could ever ask for in a big Phantasy Star Online 2 update. And let's go ahead and cover some of the articles from PCGamer.com. And the first one here says, new World of Warcraft Shadowlands raid and Mythic Plus dungeons are now available. And I know this is something that a lot of you guys have been looking forward to, as this is pretty much when the real game begins. And it does go on to say that Season 1 has officially started unlocking all of Shadowlands' most hardcore endgame features, like the new castle, Narthia raid, Mythic Plus dungeons, competitive PvP rewards, and the Great Vault as well. The big draw will undoubtedly be the new raid and Mythic Plus dungeons. However, Castle Narthia is a massive 10-boss encounter where players will take the fight to Sire Ditharius after betraying everyone in Shadowlands' main story campaign. Don't worry, that's not a spoiler. And in their next article, it says that Minecraft with RTX launches out of beta with built-in benchmark scene. And to celebrate the official launch, NVIDIA added 2 new ray-traced worlds to Minecraft. And yeah, I think this is pretty exciting. We've all seen what ray tracing can do, especially with older titles such as the 90s Quake engine. But in my opinion, Minecraft with ray tracing just almost makes it a completely different game, at least in terms of graphics and aesthetics as well. And the worlds that they mentioned earlier is called Colosseum and Dungeon Dash, and so if you're one of the lucky few who actually got the 300 series from NVIDIA, I think that's pretty awesome, although you don't really need those cards. Any RTX card will work. And in their next article, it says that Destiny 2 will get more guns and crossplay in 2021. Assistant Game Director Joe Blackburn, that's actually a pretty cool name, acknowledged that there's also a few clear-cut misses in Beyond Light. And it goes on to say that to address the issues, Blackburn committed to 3 general promises, which collectively come together to mean more guns. And the 3 bullet points are, with each season in Year 4, Destiny 2 will grow to overall power ecosystem for weapons. Second one says, with very few exceptions, all weapons you can take to the power cap should be earnable in-game. And lastly, future annual releases will contain more new weapons to collect them beyond Light or Shadowkeep. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what any of that stuff means, so if you're somebody who plays Destiny 2, let me know down in the comment section below, but thought I'd share that information anyways, just in case you do play Destiny 2. And to all you isometric RPG fans out there, we got another game that's coming out specifically for you guys in the form of a game called 7, the Enhanced Edition. And the original title of this game is actually called 7, The Days Long Gone. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it is a stealthy isometric RPG. And as always, I have the trailer playing right now, and it does kind of give off that sort of post-apocalyptic look and feel. So if this is something that you're interested in, links to these will again be down in the pinned comment section below. And in their next article, it says that Lord of the Rings Online will get a visual overhaul to capitalize on Amazon's upcoming TV series. Now, it's not really a lengthy article, but it does kind of go off in a tangent as to how this deal came about. But basically, there are a large number of investors that wants to push the Lord of the Rings franchise back into the limelight, and with Amazon pushing a Lord of the Rings TV series with a budget of $500 million, they're willing to capitalize on anything that's already established right now within the Lord of the Rings universe. And so obviously Lord of the Rings Online is already out there, and so they're due for a graphical overhaul that's been way overdue in my opinion. Remember that this game actually came out way back in 2007. Although the TV series will be released sometime in 2021, the visual update for Lord of the Rings Online isn't expected until 2022. And don't worry, we haven't forgotten about the actual MMO, a separate MMO from the Lord of the Rings franchise actually being developed by Amazon Gaming Studios. So again, when we get more information, I will definitely keep you guys posted as to what that game might even look like. Next, we head on over to Gematsu.com, and the first article here says that Space-Time Fantasy MMORPG Chrono Odyssey announced for the console, PC, iOS, and Androids. I swear, we're getting a lot of MMORPGs that are cross-platform these days, and I have a sneaky suspicion we have Genshin Impact to thank for that. And it goes on to read that NPixel has announced Chrono Odyssey, a space-time epic fantasy massively multiplayer online RPG themed around space and time. It is planned for release on console, PC, iOS, and Android in 2022, with testing commencing in 2021. And as for the details about the game, it goes on to say that the game promises large-scale battles and map exploration, a new job system with 18 total jobs, a quote-unquote grand story that crosses time and space, realistic visuals via Unreal Engine 4, and a focus on cross-media expansion through novels, comics, drama production studios, and more. And it's that last part that really has me interesting because I admittedly love gimmicks. I grew up during the 90s where, you know, cereals would have toys in them. And when you collect comic books, you know, you wanted the ones that were super flashy and chrome and all that other kind of stuff. So we'll see what kind of stuff that they will produce, but I'm definitely interested if they, say, for example, made a comic book from this franchise or something to kind of go along with what the main story is about and that kind of stuff. So again, as we get more information, I will keep you guys posted. And really quick, I just wanted to let you know, because I know a lot of us grew up playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and Part 2, The Sith Lords, is coming to the iOS and Android on December 18th for a price of $15. So if you always wanted to play the game again, but on the go, well, here's your chance to do so. And really quick, in their next article, it says that next Dragon Age special look set for the Game Awards of 2020. So again, if you're looking for more information about the next Dragon Age game, definitely tune into the next Game Awards. Another game that is also being covered with more information is Crimson Desert, but I didn't include an article just because it's that's just the announcement, just more announcement of the announcement in the Game Awards. And so I'm just telling you to tune in if that's something that you're interested in. And really quick, in their next article, it says that Skyforge for Switch launches on February 4th of 2021. And again, if this is an MMORPG, or if you're interested in MMORPGs that kind of have a hybrid of sci-fi and fantasy, this actually might be a game for you. And again, if you don't have a gaming PC but you do have a Switch, well, here's your chance to do so and play the game. Next, we'll go ahead and cover some of the articles from MMORPG.com, and unfortunately we got some more bad news for all the Anthem fans out there, all 2 of you. But it says that BioWare studio director reassures Anthem fans following last week's resignations. And it goes on to say that news broke out last week of several high-profile executives resigning from BioWare. Christian replied to several fans en masse regarding their concern for Anthem, reassuring fans of a quote-unquote talented team in place. Now, I have no doubt that the game is continually going to be making some progress, especially now that they have to reboot it or make an Anthem 2.0 or whatever they want to call it. But I will admit, this doesn't really give me the vote of confidence that a lot of the fans really want within a game development. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with BioWare. They seem to be doing really good in some areas, but really bad in others. So I guess we'll wait and see if this really impacts the Anthem franchise. And in their next article, this is pretty interesting, although I'm a bit confused as to what this game really is. But it says that cursed F.O.A.D. MMO last man standing shooter out now on PC and next gen consoles. I know that was a mouthful, so let's try to dissect what this game really is. And apparently that title or the description that I just gave of the game is actually self-described. And so my next question is, okay, what makes this game an MMO? Is there an actual persistent world? But then again, it says last man standing shooter, so that kind of reminds me of a battle royale, but then they say that they're an MMO, so maybe it's a survival MMO, or a combination of a survival MMO and a battle royale put together in some sort of crazy hybrid. And so admittedly, I'm not exactly sure about the details of this game, but if this is something that might interest you, again, as always, I'll have a link to this down in the pinned comment section below. If you are curious, I might have to check it out just to see what it is, but if you end up playing it before I do, let me know down in the comment section below as to what your experience is and what truly this game is about, because I clearly don't know. Oh, and by the way, that is a crazy name as well, and it does go on to say here that it actually stands for Cuisine Royale 2nd Edition Fulfillment of All Desires. That doesn't help. I still have no idea what this game is about. Cuisine Royale? Is this some sort of food? Anyways. And next we head on over to GameSpew.com for one article, and it says Temtem is now available in early access for the PlayStation 5. And this game made a huge splash at the beginning of this year because everybody really wanted a sort of online / MMO Pokemon game. But this actually isn't a Pokemon game. So if that's something that interests you, you definitely have your chance to do so on the PlayStation 5, but it's been in early access for the Steam platform since 6 months ago, I want to say. So you have your options if you are curious. Hey, so we're finally 2 days away from the release of Cyberpunk 2077 as of recording of this video, and I cannot wait. And we move on over to GamesRadar.com, and it says here that Cyberpunk 2077 launch trailer tours Night City in a whole new way. Finally, a launch trailer, and it's pretty awesome. I have it playing right now, and yeah, it's going to be pretty epic. Definitely be on a lookout for more videos from my channel covering Cyberpunk 2077 because let's be real, this is going to be a huge content win for those of us who make videos on YouTube, so I cannot wait for that too. And in their next article, it says that Project Athia, or Athia, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, so I do apologize, will be a PlayStation 5 console exclusive for the next 2 years when it finally releases. And this is a brand new IP being developed over at Square Enix. But don't worry, if you have a gaming PC like I do, it will be released for the PlayStation 5 as well as the PC. So yeah, I am very happy about that. But unfortunately, if you do have an Xbox, it looks like you'll still be able to play this game. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, so I guess it just is what it is. And that concludes today's episode of MMO and RPG updates, news, and commentary. I really do appreciate it if you made it with me so far, and if you feel as though I have earned your subscription, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon right next to it. I know that was a lot of news to go over this week, so I will finally let you guys go. Hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.